Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here once again with some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we are going to be looking at a game between Fnatic NightEnd and MarineKing. This is going to be a Terran versus Protoss game. MarineKing versus NightEnd here on the map Ohana. And starting up here in the upper left-hand spawn position, we have got our blue Protoss player, Fnatic NightEnd. NightEnd took first place at the Sennheiser Here to Win Cup number 4. This was in February of 2012. And then in June, he took second place at the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series Combined European Nationals. His opponent down over here in the lower right-hand spawn position is the very well-known Terran player, MarineKing. MarineKing took first place this year at the 2012 MLG Winter Championships, which was in March. And then 3 months later, in June, it took third place at the 2012 MLG Spring Championships. So MarineKing performing very well at recent MLG events. And of course, probably the more well-known of these two players. Huge fan of MarineKing. I just think he is absolutely incredible to watch. So much fun to watch his game. So I'm really excited to be commentating the game today with MarineKing. And of course, NightEnd. Great Protoss player as well. Should be an exciting matchup. Starting things out, we do have that gateway coming through now for NightEnd. Also moving out with his probe scout. Just placed down his assimilator as well. Back over here in MarineKing's main base, you can see building these initial buildings right next to his command center, allowing him to go straight back to mining. And my gosh, look at this. Starting things off with a bang. MarineKing building a second barracks early on. We're going to be seeing some very early, strong aggression of Marines and SCVs, probably even bunkers as well here from MarineKing. Big question right now, though, is does NightEnd scout that second racks? Right now, that's a no. And the major concern here for him is, for NightEnd, is he's seeing what looks to be a 1 racks into expand. This appears to be that very standard build. Is he going to spot that second barracks? So that is the major question right now. Because as of now, it's looking like that's a no. Oh boy. So MarineKing is going to get the jump on NightEnd, as he is currently not aware of that second barracks. Still has no idea. And this first Marine moving down will be forcing that probe back. And NightEnd doesn't have the foggiest of what's coming up right now. Or maybe he does. But based on scouting, again, he did not spot that second barracks. He does not know that there are 2 racks worth of Marines popping out. There's a third barracks as well. MarineKing dedicating himself to this early, strong push. Going to see a ton of Marines. Of course, would not be at all surprised if we saw some SCVs get pulled with this push as well. Oh, this is an exciting opening to the game. And I told you, MarineKing, just a joy to watch. And this is why. We're going to be seeing a massive Marine SCV push from him. Now, we do have NightEnd right now chrono boosting out some units. He already has a Zealot in play. And actually moving out of that natural expansion, he's going to be placing down the Nexus over there. We've got a Zealot fanning out, looking for possibly a secondary SCV hidden scouts. Here comes the push, though. Marines moving to the center of the map. We've got one Zealot moving down. And yeah, he's going to scout this right now. So there we go. The Marines will be taking out the Zealot very quickly. Zealot unable to get a kill. Here comes the Stalker, though. And with that speed and ranged advantage with a little bit of micro, he can help keep those Marines at bay. He's going to get a kill here, most likely. There it is, picking off one. We got some SCVs moving up in this direction as well. The Marines will be streaming and rallied there to the front. Now they are rallied directly into the main. SCV is moving up. Now with this sentry, he will be able to keep this force out for a while, but this is going to likely lead to the cancellation of this base. And SCV's trapped up on the high ground. Get a surround on the Stalker. Not going to be able to get that kill, though. Pulling back, granting the Marines on the low ground vision of the high ground, allowing him to take out this pylon. We got another sentry in, and another one coming through as well, which is to be expected. He's going to try to keep up these force fields, keep these Marines out. Concern right now, though, is NightEnd may be forced to cancel this. Is he just going to let it go through? Yes, he does. Won't be able to utilize that for a while, though, as he's now dealing with Marines inside of his main, unable to keep up that force field. There does have that warp gate research finished, so he's going to turn this into a warp gate right away. The Marines continue to do some damage with some stutter set micro, staying away from the probes. Again, the probes don't do a lot of damage, but they still help. Again, more micro trying to take out the Stalker. Very close, but he manages to pull away with that, and now the Marine numbers are dwindling here for MarineKing. He, of course, has done some pretty significant damage, though. Let's not forget that. And he's got an expansion building. Look at that. Still the Marines streaming across the map. They are relentless here as he continues to push and try to do as much damage as possible to NightEnd. Again, NightEnd had all of these resources dumped into this Nexus, which is why he did not have as much of an army as he could have. But still was able to defend. The question is, though, at what cost? Taking a look here, resources lost. NightEnd is actually behind here. MarineKing doing more damage than what he has taken in losses. Also, take a look at the worker kills. MarineKing killing off 17 workers so far this game, whereas NightEnd was only able to kill off 7. Of course, those 7 are what was pulled forward to help with this engagement. Marine's gonna take out a Stalker. Oh, he might even be able to take out this expansion. More and more SCVs coming across the map with additional Marines, and MarineKing non-stop here. Again, just being completely relentless, not letting up, not giving NightEnd any breathing room, all the while expanding into his natural. Here comes some more SCVs to join the fun, and this expansion is a goner. I almost feel like MarineKing should just focus this down, and then probably after that, he could likely just pull back. I mean, we're going to have, right now, NightEnd move down to try to save this here. Guardian Shield cutting back on some of the damage. Now, the Zealot's out of that Guardian Shield, though. Not taking advantage of that. SCV's now moving to engage a Sentry. Oh, Sentry gets taken out. Finally, though, NightEnd able to fully defend. Saved his Nexus, which is, of course, crucial. Because that would have been a huge blow had he lost that as well. And may try to move out with a counterattack. He does have 3 warp gates up. And you can see the probe coming with his forces. Well, where did that probe go? Did he just lose it? I think he did. Yeah, I think MarineKing actually target fired down that probe. Very smart. I might have missed something, though. Maybe he pulled back with it. I'm not sure. Zealot streaming across the map. We've got this expansion up for MarineKing, also now transitioning, getting a few attachments here. You can see 2 reactors coming through, just about finished. Tech Lab is out, Stim Pack coming out, and here come the Zealots. And a Sentry. Let's see how MarineKing is able to defend. There's the force field blocking all of those Marines up in the main. So this is going to buy NightEnd some time to do a little bit of damage. Very wisely, though, MarineKing pulling back to the safety of his Marine fire on the high ground with those SCVs. And he should actually be all set. He's got enough Marines with more streaming out. Also now transitioning into some Marauders, 1 out, another one coming through. Again, that Stim Pack is being researched. Unreal amounts of early aggression here. We do have a pylon coming down that will be placed by this probe, making its way across the map with a few more sentries and zealots. NightEnd continuing to poke and prod. He's going to have a hard time, though, once the Stim Pack research does finish, and MarineKing able to keep up the numbers here of his army. Moving forward, it's a lot of DPS for him to deal with. You can see again with that stutter set micro trying to stay away from those zealots. Doing a pretty good job of it as well. Now just 2 zealots and 3 sentries left, and MarineKing has got this engagement. And that will be forcing a NightEnd back. Without concussive shells, unfortunately, MarineKing won't be able to slow up these retreating forces, but he's going to move forward, try to take that out. Here come a few more zealots getting warped in, and some stalkers flanking the backside here. Putting MarineKing in a tough position. We'll be target firing down that Marauder. Worry that he may eventually get concussive shell. Obviously, he didn't know that that wasn't researching, just has now started. Would be good to see a bunker or 2 out front here for MarineKing. He had the resources, now just dumped a ton, as he's got so much churning out now out of these 5 barracks. NightEnd moving forward again. Push with the Zealots and Stalkers. Some nice micro from MarineKing, and again, Stim Pack research has finished, which is going to give him a pretty strong advantage over these unupgraded gateway units. We don't have any charge, we don't have blink, nothing like that, and so it'll be pretty hard pressed. Now what he can do is try to slowly whittle down these forces, force stims, and then possibly even pull back, just to weaken them up, engagement after engagement. MarineKing done with the factory. Now has a starport and reactor in place, so here come the double medevacs, and that is going to be a really rough situation for NightEnd, because especially once that finishes, we've got Stim Pack done, Combat Shield coming through. MarineKing is going to be in a very, very solid position at that point. We do have a Twilight Council now coming out finally here for NightEnd. That is being built right here at the natural expansion. Both armies in the center of the map. MarineKing at this tower. We've got NightEnd right over here. First 2 medevacs are done. And now is the point where I would not be too surprised if we saw MarineKing just decide to move out. And here he goes. Alright, so we do now have MarineKing moving out. And spotting this push, NightEnd pulls back. And it's just, again, a major concern. These medevacs, the healing power from them with the stim. And once more, NightEnd, he does have that blink research coming, but it's not done yet. And will it be done in time? Doesn't look like it. As MarineKing is now ready to push. Enough energy for some force field action here from NightEnd. But only has enough to drop one right now, which will not completely block off that ramp. Oh, never mind, he's got a few more sentries here, so he's all set to get a full... There you go. However, was only able to trap 2 Marines on the opposite side, so really not the most effective force field. Force field wall off, more units streaming across the map for MarineKing. He now has NightEnd stuck in his base at the natural expansion, which is going to allow him to continue to work up safely here. Double engineering base coming out. NightEnd trying to keep up these force field walls, buy himself some time, but here comes the drop. And he's going straight for the main. That blink research just about to finish. Oh, it would have been beautiful if he had gotten that while they started the drops. Unfortunately, goes there after everything is pretty much out of the medevacs. There's the GG from NightEnd. What a short, action-packed game between NightEnd and MarineKing. Alright guys, that does it here in this game between NightEnd and MarineKing. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Loved the early game aggression from MarineKing. He was just relentless, non-stop, and all the meanwhile moving up into an expansion. We saw the attempted counterattack from NightEnd. Unfortunately wasn't able to do much damage, and once MarineKing got his upgrades for his bio, and then those medevacs came out, it was GG from there. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, if you like the content, please subscribe. Stay tuned in the future for some more StarCraft 2 gaming news and general coverage. Thanks again, guys. Keep watching and keep owning.